Welcome back. Now this video is about the Tilt's internal synthesizers, and on the original Tilt there is one synthesizer. On the Tilt 2.0 there are two synthesizers, and when I refer to the general MIDI synth, that's on both Tilts. When I refer to the live synth, that's on the Tilt 2.0. Now, more about synthesizers in a moment. First, let's talk about how to hear them. First is through a headphone jack, and on the original Tilt there's only one jack on here. It's an amplified headphone jack, and on the Tilt 2.0 it's labeled H, and it's the forwardmost jack here. And that's a standard headphone jack for unamplified headphones, just regular simple headphones like you might get on an airline. Now you can also play through a sound system using line out, and that's only on Tilt 2.0. It's labeled L for line out. It's the second jack. And that is perfect for sending to a sound system or an audio interface. You can also connect via USB audio through the USB-C cable on Tilt 2.0 only. The Tilt USB-C port delivers what's called class-compliant USB audio output. This is similar to how USB stereo microphones or the audio interface itself connects to a computer. When the Tilt is plugged into your computer using USB, various computer applications like GarageBand or Loopback will see the Tilt audio signal as one labeled Digibrass. That's how I'm playing it now, so you can hear it in the video. Now, all of these audio outputs are active always, and that presents a nice option to play line out to an audio system using the line out jack. And you could use the headphone jack simultaneously as an inexpensive monitor so you can hear what you're playing. Now, let's talk about the two synthesizers. One is the practice synth. It's a general MIDI synth, and that means that it complies with the general MIDI standard at MIDI.org. It plays 128 different sounds matching the GM standard, starting with grand piano and ending with gunshot. Now, gunshot, really. So I'll demonstrate a few of those now, just playing the practice synth. So you can see on my Tilt screen here that it says acoustic grand piano. And if I am configuring the preset, and that the acoustic grand piano is set on preset 1, it says number 1 acoustic grand, and that's the general MIDI number. Unlike on a piano, you can do vibrato. But let's go through and you can see there's a lot of options. I want to shoot all the way up. Now you see when I'm pressing valve 3 in the preset config mode, it slides up quickly. Let's see, let's find, here's a trumpet. And let's go all the way to the top, because I promised you a gunshot. I guess gunshots always have the same pitch. So, that's the internal synth, and we call it the practice synth. Some of the sounds are good enough for performance, but generally it's just a good way to get some variety when practicing your Tilt. Okay, now on to the live synth, which was designed by us, and it's only in the Tilt 2.0. It plays flexible synthy sounds using 4 sound wave generators of various types of waves. It has a flexible cutoff filter and resonance and reverb and more effects to come. So let's try some things with the new live synth. Patch 1 is on preset 1 by default, and this is what it sounds like. Now there are a variety of synthy sounds. that's the 8 patches that come by default, but you'll be able to edit those patches, change the waveforms and the mix of them as you like. So with an updated version of Digibrass Connect app for iOS, and actually on the Tilt itself, it's a 2.0, you can select either synth or mix them together. So to get started, with headphones, you can play your Tilt right away into your ears. With the USB connection, you can play right away into GarageBand or another PC or Mac app that accepts a USB microphone. And with a stereo audio cable to your PA system, and with a little luck, you could play the Tilt to a crowd at Wembley Stadium. And there'll be more videos on editing presets in another video where you can select synths, their instruments, and patches. See you next time.